right. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dewpoint, and more specifically, welcome to our Third Degree Thursday. Now, that might sound a bit funny to you if this is your first time here ever. Once every 3 months, we do a Third Degree Thursday presentation. It is the only presentation we do where we actually allow your participation. You get to ask questions this evening to us. Now, we have to obviously keep control of it. There's 140 people in the room. I can't answer all of you at once. So what we do is we allow you the opportunity to send questions to me during the course of the presentation, which I'm going to answer for you, to either our email address, which is questions@dewpoint.net. So if you've got your email on your phone, just send it to there. Otherwise, you can tweet us. Most of you have got Twitter. Tweet us and tweet us at hashtag Dewpoint3rd. Any questions that you've got this evening. So as we progress, I've got a whole lot of questions already that guys have been sending to us during the course of the week, which is very exciting. I'm very happy about that. And of course, I'm going to tackle some of the more common questions that come up this evening. All right, so we're going to get cracking now. Dewpoint, that's where you're at this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dewpoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That is a listed and licensed insurance company in South Africa. First founded in 1952. We're nearly 65 years old. This is not a new business. You might think this is a new business, but it's not. Go and spend some time researching us. Go and Google us. Go and look at the websites. Go and have a look at the head office over there. That's a picture of the head office. Go and get some comfort with who we are and what we do in the South African space. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as well. We're a fully licensed insurance company. There's our FSP number. Go see everything you want to about Dewpoint out there. Our licenses are on the wall for you on the way out this evening. Take some time. Go and see where we're registered, how we're registered, and who you're dealing with here this evening. The team as well, folks. The team have been selected, obviously, for their skill sets and their experience in this industry. But what's most important about the team, folks, is that we're right here. This is not one of those foreign companies where you've got to kind of hope that what you're doing is real. This is real. Take a look around you. There's bricks, there's walls, there's windows, there's people, and you will always find us here. Okay, now other than being a really good-looking lot, we do have a couple of skills here too. This is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm going to be your tour guide this evening through Dewpoint. I'm a chartered accountant. Tim's a chartered accountant. Stacey's a chartered accountant. These two don't know what's going on. Do you see that? Do you see? They don't know what's going on. Okay, we got all of the CAs here, so if there's any questions around maths, that's like kind of a strength of ours, okay? So don't ask them. It'll just embarrass you, okay? If it's about design, you have to ask him. He's the design guy. Spent many years, nearly 2 decades running his own digital design firm. If it's anything to do with selling, you talk to this lady over here. Real specialist in selling. She hates me saying it, but she must have at least 2.5 decades of experience in it. She knows what she's doing. And I want you to spend some time. We've all got the skills. We're here. Get comfortable with us. Know that we're always here and that tonight you're dealing with something that is quite solid and quite real. Folks, what is it that we do at Dewpoint? Well, we've got two objectives. Our first objective is that we want to put into your hands as South Africans a tool that you can use to create recurring, reliable income. Why do we want to do that? Well, because of basically the state of the economy right now in South Africa. What do we know is going on at the moment? Well, some of us are employed. I'm hoping most of you here this evening, if not all of you, have got a job. It is a very scarce resource in South Africa. Why? Because the economy is shrinking. Every year, the economy is getting smaller, which means that every year there's less jobs available, and it means that the clock is ticking on yours. And it actually doesn't matter what position you hold, whether you're an executive, whether you're a fancy lawyer, fancy accountant, plastic surgeon, whatever it is, or whether you work in the mailroom or in the mine shafts. There are less and less jobs every year, and yours is going to come up. And at that point, do you have a backup plan? In South Africa, we generally don't. We don't have a backup plan, and it causes crisis for us. What did we see this year? 433,000 people became unemployed between the 1st of January and the end of May. 433,000 in half a year. There are very few countries in the world right now that have that statistic, that can boast that statistic. It's a nightmare. We got 10 million people in South Africa that could be economically active that are unemployed. 10 million. It's absolutely appalling, and we are amongst them. We're them. We're next on the list. We need to have some kind of alternative tool that takes the control of how we create income and puts it in our hands. That's what we need. Because up until now, we've been relying on others, and they have let us down. Have they not? Are you in a position ever in any of your jobs to dictate what your next increase will be, what your next bonus will be, and whether you're going to get promoted? Are you in a position to dictate whether the company you work for survives? None of us are. None of us are. And so we want to change that. We want to put power back in your hands. And we don't want to put, there we go, no certificates for anybody this evening. All right, yeah, some guy was like, damn it. He was definitely going for it tonight. He was like, we've got this, people. Huh? And then, there it is there, first 5 minutes. Folks, we want you to be in control of your earnings. Now, no one at Dewpoint is ever going to ask you to quit your job. That would be ridiculous. We've got to stay at what we're doing. It's putting the food on the table. But what we want to start creating for you going forward is a little bit of a backup plan. Something that gives you flexibility in your life, flexibility in your finances, and flexibility in your future. That's what we want to do. That is our primary objective. Now, if we can achieve that, and we can put a recurring, reliable income in your hands, then it is our hope that we can start to address some of the systemic issues we have in South Africa. The first one is the 4-letter word debt. Okay, it's like the other 4-letter words, it just starts with a D, okay? It is the poison of our society. Again, South Africa, champions. I wish they had the Olympics of debt. We would be the winners every time. Every time. We are masters in creating new debt for ourselves. And then every now and then, we even get people to blank the credit bureau so we can start fresh. You know, it's crazy how we take our limited salaries and we completely poison ourselves. And when I say poison, it's because it's the long term. The debts that we have, we carry our entire lives. Our entire lives. We never get to a point when we are debt-free. And then when we pass away, we give the debt to our children. That's what we do. We give it, that's our present to them on our passing away. Okay, and we make them pay for the funeral. That's what we do. Now, if we can create income in our hands, it means that at some point we can start bridging this gap between what we're earning and what we need to pay the debt off and what we need to live without debt. That's what we're hoping to do. Guys, that is what we do at Dewpoint. We bridge the gap in your earnings. Why do you need debt at the moment? Because you're not earning enough. You're not earning enough. You get 3, 4, 5, 6% increases every year, don't you? There's very few of you get more than that. But inflation is 17% per annum. 17, when you get 3 or 4. Now you start compounding that. 17% on 17 is like 20% in year 2. Then it's like 25% in year 3. It is a crisis that we live in. And then we're expected to survive on our salaries. It's not going to happen. It's really not going to happen at all. We've got to start bridging that gap. That income that we create for you bridges that gap and unplugs you from the system that we're all in. All of us are in it. The second thing, like I said, we want to start preparing you for the future. How do we create some economic free cash flow in your lives? That's something we don't ever have. I love looking at Facebook. You always see the guy lying on the bed in the pile of money, like cash. Now, the one thing about that, it's actually not so much money. You know, it's a couple $100, but he's lying in it. What, in my mind, when I see that picture is, wouldn't it be great if that was actually the reality? We had free cash flow, money that's not already tied up in the expenditure that we know we're going to spend that month. School fees, housing, food, payment of debt, survival. All of our cash is tied up. Now, if we could free some of that up, we would be able to live a life where when something goes wrong, it's not a problem. Someone crashes into your car. Your kid hurts their leg at school and needs an operation. Your granny dies and you have to pay for the funeral. It's not a problem because you have free cash flow. That's the position we want to put you in now. Then we want to put you in a position that one day when you can't earn income anymore, which is going to happen to every single one of you, at some point you're going to be physically unable to work anymore, whether you're injured or too old. We want you at that point in time to have an income that comes in reliably every single month, so that even though you can't work, you have an income stream. And because of that, you can cover your own expenditure, and you can have a golden retirement. That's what they call it in America, the golden years. We don't have a lot of golden years here in South Africa. But we want to try and put you in that position where you can have those golden years by creating that recurring income. That's our primary objective. That is what we're doing at Dewpoint. Our secondary objective is, of course, we're building a 21st century company. We want to plug you directly into us, the insurance company, and our other suppliers, because we know you consume differently these days. As South Africans, more and more of us on a daily basis are plugging online, plugging in. And when we plugged in, we don't want to go through paper applications and third parties and all sorts of, we want direct connection to our suppliers. And so we've put these two objectives together in what we call the Dewpoint system. Now, the Dewpoint system allows you, as an individual, to contract with us as a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, you've got just one thing you've got to do for us. One thing. You have to connect people to us. That's it. You run out, you talk to people, people you know, the people you're going to meet, and you connect them to us. By connecting them to us, you penetrate the South African market, and you create for us new channels of distribution into which we can come and facilitate the purchase of our products. And when we do that, we obviously create revenue for ourselves. And when we create that revenue, we create that recurring extra income for you. Why is it recurring? Because we use financial services and lifestyle products here. You're not going to see shelves of stock of things anywhere at Dewpoint. These are financial service products. And they are not here for 5 minutes. They're not like car insurance, where you buy it for your car, and when your car is finished and you move on, you need a new policy. That's not. Our products are with you for life. You can pay for them until your last breath, which means that in our system, which is a debit order system, those debit orders are paid every single month. And when they're paid every month, you earn every month. Now, the big difference between this and peddling some kind of good is that you don't have to return to people every month to beg them to pay again, to beg them to buy, to beg them to be part of it. The debit order system is run by a computer system, whether you're lying in bed or in a hospital or up and around working hard. That debit order system just runs and your income comes in. It's the cornerstone of our system, that the income is reliable and recurring. Then we layer on top of that your ability to be greater than you are right now. Right now, in employment, it's just you, numero uno. You get 8 hours in the day, you've got to generate your income. If you stop working, your income stops. Well, with us in the Dewpoint system, we've created a system that runs all day long, 7 days a week. 24/7, you can build a team that are working towards your success, building your income. It's not just about you in our system. It's about you and everyone around you that you can get to use, you can leverage and use in producing a different kind of future for you. Folks, this is a tool that we place in your hands. This is not an employment contract. You have to get that right. And one of the other words you're not allowed to use, because it's not what we're doing, is we're not recruiting. I love that. When I recruit someone, you do not recruit anyone at Dewpoint, because there is no employment at Dewpoint. We have eradicated for you all those things you hate most. You don't have to employ people, recruit people. You don't have to sell them goods. And you're going to see as we go through the rest of the system how you don't have to do other things too. In the Dewpoint system, you're completely independent. We put the tool in your hands and we say, you use it. Use it as much as you want or as little as you want. But different to your employment is that it is an input-output tool. Whatever you put in, it's going to put out. Not like employment, where you can work all month crazy hard and get paid exactly the same as you got paid last month when you hardly worked at all. With this system, the more you put in, the more you get out. But you are independent of Dewpoint in this process. Folks, there's no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. That has been specifically built into the system. As you know, around the country today, we're always losing money. Everything, all the S words, you know, the schemes, the scams, they want money first. No, you want to start, no problem, it's $3,000. You want to buy, it's this starter kit over here that you have to buy for $800, and that's $167 a month. It's generally in dollars. Okay? At the Dewpoint, it's a tough crowd tonight. Huh? Tough crowd, huh, Jay? Whew. I'm going to have to work much harder. It's all right. At the end, they're normally high-fiving me. It's okay. Folks, at Dewpoint, there is no cost for being a wealth engineer. There's no startup cost. There's no monthly cost. There's no business fee. There's no starter kit. And there's no cost of application forms. There is no fee for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a Dewpoint product owner, you're in the system. You're in the system. And you get to be a wealth engineer and use all of the system and facilities that we have for you in this process. So tonight, if you become a wealth engineer, no money will pass from your hands. And tomorrow morning, you might wake up and go, I don't want to do this. No problem. Don't do anything with it. It will have cost you nothing this evening. So do not believe you are making a risk decision this evening, because you are not. It is also for everyone. You are not brokers of ours. You're not representatives. You're not financial advisors of ours. You're none of these things in the Dewpoint system. And therefore, it is for everybody. Now, when I say that, I get people who say, but I want to put a whole lot of illiterate people in. Okay, now folks, you can't put illiterate people in. This is an online system. How on earth will they read the application form? How will they read the policy documents and product documents? How will they? Okay, what it means is you don't have to write the regulatory exams. You don't have to have NQF level 5. You don't have to have years of experience in the financial services industry, which is what you would normally need if you're going to come into the insurance and banking sector. That's what you need. Now, you don't. Everybody can come in, but at least let them be able to read. All right? Folks, you're building a real asset here. And this is probably the most important thing that we need you to take away this evening, is that this is not another experiment you're going to do. That's not what it is. We don't like people who come here to experiment. That's not what we're doing. You will find we're incredibly passionate about what we're doing here, so we get quite annoyed with people who take us for granted. This is not an experiment. You are actually building something that is real, tangible, and can be transferred on. Nothing you do right now is like that. Your employment, when you stop working, can you hand it over to your child? Will they just continue to pay them income? No. With Dewpoint, the channels you create have recurring income, which means they can be valued. If they can be valued, you can sell them. You can transfer them to other people. And when you pass away, they will go to your children. And the income that you have produced during your life will continue to flow to them. They will be able to take those channels and build them further if they want. That's legacy. That's what we're doing at Dewpoint. We are creating something that doesn't just fix you. It hopefully fixes the generations to come in South Africa. We're determined to do that here. And we want you to remember that when you think about what you do at Dewpoint. This is not another little experiment. You're actually going to build legacy for yourself and your family with what you do here at Dewpoint. Folks, you play no part at all in our sales process. So now when I talk to you about all the things we've eliminated, you don't have to you don't have to present, and you don't have to do any. You also don't have to sell. You don't have to sell. In our system, in fact, we contract you out of selling. We say you're not allowed to do it. You don't have to advertise. We contract you out of advertising and marketing. All the things you hate doing most or are worried about doing the most, we've eliminated in our system. You play no part in our sales transaction. You connect people to us, and we here at Dewpoint and our website do all the work for you. All the work for you. You've got one task. Just connect people to us. One task. So, people say, I don't know if I want to do that. I'd much rather just have a job. Okay, well, he has a job digging trenches. All right? Which is worse, digging the trenches or just bringing people to Dewpoint? Okay? This one, they pay you for when you dig the trenches. When you stop, they stop paying you. This one, you create a legacy income. And all I got to do is bring people to Dewpoint. Yes. Okay, now I want you to just keep all this in mind because it's Q&A night tonight, you see. So you can ask the questions, and generally, people will say to me, I'll whittle down all the complaints, and then they'll just go, I just don't want to do it. And when you say, well, why don't you want to do it? It is because of the stigmas that have come before. They are emotional, they are subjective, and they come from something completely different to Dewpoint, but you're tagging them onto Dewpoint. And many of those times is I'm too embarrassed to talk to people about this. That's what it's really about. But I have to ask you, how hungry do you have to get before embarrassment is not important anymore? Huh? How bad does our economy have to get before you're not embarrassed anymore to actually create income for yourself? You've got to ask yourself that question. This is a system of convenience, complete convenience. No cost as far as we can handle it and produce it. And it's at your fingertips 24/7. That's what we've done. All right, so how do you connect people to Dewpoint? Well, there's 4 ways. One is you can pick up a USB stick from our reception, 150 Rand. It's got our presentations on it, plus a whole bunch of other things for you. And any time of the day, you can plug that USB stick into a computer, a laptop, a smart TV, and there we are presenting for you. That's the first way. You never have to present, not ever. You don't have to get accredited. You don't have to learn about our products. No. There's only 2 people that ever present in this office, me and Rob. You never have to do it. Wonderful. Never have to do it. Okay, so you've got me on a memory stick. Then, that's the first way. Second way, you can put people in this room. If you're in Gauteng and can get here, Monday to Saturday we present here, night times, lunch times, mornings. Get people in here, we do the presentation for you. That's the second way. Third way, our YouTube channel. People are afraid of YouTube. I don't know why. They're afraid of it. It's this most wonderful tool. We have a YouTube channel. It has every single presentation we've ever done on it. You can go and pick your favorites. Anytime, 24/7, 3 o'clock in the morning, you'll be absolutely astounded how fresh I am. I'll give that presentation to whoever your friend is like it's my first presentation ever, 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. Okay? You might not be able to focus at that time, but I can. All right? Because of the wonder of the technology we use here. You have 365, 24/7 contact and access to this presentation in our YouTube channel. Then the fourth way is we live stream all of our presentations. Every day, every presentation live streamed across the country. So if you know what time we're going to go live, gather your friends around in your lounge, in your house, in your office, wherever you are, coffee shop, hot Wi-Fi hotspot, wherever it is. And there we are, in living color on your screen for you. So you've got 4 ways to connect people 24/7 to Dewpoint. You never, ever have to do a presentation. As you do that, some of the people that see the presentation and catch the vision, they're going to want to become wealth engineers. Wealth engineers are then that you've introduced are then allocated to you, and your channel is born. They go out, they do exactly the same thing. They connect people to Dewpoint in one of those 4 ways, and we allocate them to you. And this process continues until you've got people across the country doing this for you. I'm not making that up. We have it happening right now. All 9 provinces have channels growing in them right now. And there are people who have channels across multiple provinces. That's what happens. And it means that while you are sleeping, your channel is growing. Literally. We have people signing up and becoming wealth engineers 24 hours a day at Dewpoint. 24 hours a day. While this presentation is running, people are becoming wealth engineers. It's happening. We, in fact, on average, about 1 wealth engineer joins Dewpoint every 10 minutes. Okay? So that's what's happening right now. So we're going to do 60 minutes, and 6 new people that become wealth engineers just in the time that we do this presentation. Then we're going to get a whole bunch of people. That's now, it's gone from gold to silver, it's bronze certificates now. Okay? All right. Now, you've created this market penetration for us. You've created the channel for us. We come along as Dewpoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel. Okay? And, of course, that means your income is then born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that we are not a get-rich-quick scheme. Like I said to you, you are carrying the stigmas of other things into this room tonight. I am telling you we are nothing like those things. We are listed on the JSE. We are regulated and licensed by 8 regulators. We didn't sneak this past everybody, you know. But, folks, like anything that's genuine in life, it's going to take time. Time to change your life. You don't get rich here overnight. This is the real deal. You're going to pay with time. People say, Brendan, what's the catch? This is too good to be true. The catch is it does not happen overnight. If you're going to change your life with Dewpoint, you're going to have to pour time into it, effort into it, thought into it, and you are going to have to be persistent. Most people are not persistent. They don't have the self-discipline for it. They go and they run to their parents after this presentation. Dad, Mom, you're not going to believe what I saw. It's so exciting. And then you give them the 30-second version of the 60-minute, but completely wrong. And then they look at you and they go, pyramid scheme. And then you quit. And then you quit. You can't do that. In the Dewpoint system, if you want to change your life with this, you are going to have to persist through everybody rejecting you, until you find the ones that don't, who catch the vision, who see it, who realize this is not what they think it is. And those guys will change your future. If you are willing to put time in, how hungry are you? How hungry do you have to be before you want to start making change in your life? Those are questions you're going to have to ask yourself this evening. Now, there's 2 ways that we start turning your life around at Dewpoint. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel makes a product payment via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, you run out, you chat to a few people. Your parents say no, but you move past that and you go to your friends, and some of your friends say yes. Okay? They take a product, they make their product payment. Every month that they do, make that debit order payment successfully. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. These people on your first point, they're the people you introduced. R55. Every month for every product. Not R1, not R5, not R12. 21st century numbers that are material, significant, and you start to feel. Now, these folk, they run out, they add a few more people, a few more wealth engineers. They make their product payments. Again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. R55. You've been here 5 minutes with us. Okay? In this particular example, you're now earning just less than 1,000 Rand a month. 1,000 Rand a month. A little bit of effort. Look, count the dots. A little bit of effort, you're earning 1,000 Rand. It hasn't changed your life, but it's material. You feel it coming in. Now you go and you put a little bit more time and effort in, your channel grows some more, and as it does, you earn at a diminishing rate down to the 8th point. But there is no limit to your potential at Dewpoint. From the 8th point on, you will always earn 4% of 27.50 Rand where you qualify to earn. Okay? Which means that if you're going to grow something of legacy for your children, you can grow it to any size. It depends on how much time you put in. How many years are you going to commit to growing your channel? Are you going to grow a 20-point channel, a 50-point channel, a 100-point channel? It doesn't matter. Whatever you grow to where you qualify to earn, you will get 4% of 27.50 Rand. All right, so how does this translate practically? What does it mean? What does it mean? How much can you earn? People ask me that question. It's difficult to know. It depends on you. All of you are going to grow at a different rate. Some of you will be hugely successful. Some of you will take years to get this right. Many of you will do nothing. You'll do nothing. I'll have lost you by the end of this evening. Okay? I might have already lost you. Okay? You're going, nah, this is what my dad warned me about. Okay? We sometimes put a question up and it says, how grateful are you that your friend brought you here this evening? You know, option C, I'm going to kill my friend. You know? Folks, we've done a whole lot of research, a whole lot of work on about 20 years worth of data, and we came up with what we think is a reasonable estimate. We call it our 3+2 growth formula, and it says that in your first month with us, you put 3 people on your first point. That's it. 3 people in a month. Then every month thereafter, you put just 2 people on. 1 every 2 weeks on average. But you have to be persistent. You know, sometimes people go, you see, that's it. Yes, of course. If you go to work and stop working, they fire you. You know? Yeah, if you stop working, you don't earn. Every 2 weeks, you're going to put someone in, okay, on your first point. And if you do that and you work with your team to do the same thing, 3+2, and we put our lapses in and cancellations in and the rest of our mathematics about how people behave, we believe that you can quite reasonably estimate that you'll be earning around 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months. It's not like Facebook that promises you 100,000 Rand after 3 months. That's just nonsense. Okay? It's not sustainable, it's not recurring, and it's only the guy who starts it that gets it. Okay? This is real deal. This is your stuff. This is your channel. And if you're going to build it for a lifetime and more, you're going to have to build it properly. And if you do 6 months down, you've just increased your household earning by 30,000 Rand a year. That's what you've done. Now, if you can push through to a year with us, just 12 months, 3+2+2+2+2, working with your guys to do the same thing, we think you can reasonably estimate that you'll be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now, that's 120,000 Rand a year that you've just increased your household income by. You haven't quit your job. It's extra. Okay? How has life changed? Extra 10,000 Rand a month? All right. Okay. All right, well, we'll move a little bit further forward. Okay, that's a year from now. We go to year number 2. Can you do 24 months with us? 2 years. 2 years with us at what we believe is a very conservative and reasonable rate. We think you should be expecting to earn around about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. Extra, 360,000 Rand a year. Extra. Now, you know, whether you're going to react or not, I don't care who you are or how much you're earning. An extra 30,000 Rand a month. Are you kidding me? Rob, the design guy, he ran to Porsche's website, you know, 911 Porsche, finance cost, 30,000 Rand a month. 2 years and you have enough money to finance a 911 Porsche. Okay? That's what you've got. 360,000 Rand a year. That's what you've added, and it's in addition to what you're earning right now. That's what we've done in 2 years. But can you push through to 2 years? We're not good at that in South Africa. We're not. We don't have great self-discipline. It's one of the things we can't pride ourselves on. We give up real easy. But what we want is a dead-end job. That we'll stick to. We'll stick to that. What I need is a dead-end job. You don't normally put the dead-end piece in it, but it's there. It's like the silent, you know, letter in that. That's what it is. We're willing to do that. How many years have you thrown away in employment right now? How many of you are here after all those years? How many of you are earning 27,000 Rand a month After all of those years, how many of you are on 27,000 Rand a month? But you're going to tell me you'd rather dig trenches than this. And you're going to tell me after 3 months, doesn't work. You're going to tell me after 6 months, doesn't work. You have to persist with this business. If you can do 3 years, we reckon you're going to be on about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 3 years of hard labor. Okay? 50,000, 600,000 Rand a year. 4 years, we reckon you're going to be on about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. That is 720,000 Rand a year. Many of you are not even aspiring to earn that much. Am I right? Most of you have given up. Any of you over the age of 35, I know, you're like, no, it's not going to happen to me. Because you see, when you hit 35, you actually work out how the world works. Before then, you're like, no ways, I'm going straight to the top. That's what you, and then by the time you hit 35, you're like, okay, this is not working out quite the way I thought. Or I'll be happy with 27,000 Rand a month. 4 years, 65,000 Rand a month. 5 years, half a decade, 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. We think you can reasonably expect to earn that. If you were willing to put 5 years in, we think you can reasonably expect to earn that. Now, I get two different responses to this. The first one is people say it's too slow. I'm not waiting that long to earn. You'll be surprised. That's the most common one I get, where people go, that's the big problem with Dewpoint is you earn too slowly. Hey. We are building lifetime, recurring, reliable income. You don't get to build that overnight. You just don't. You know, Microsoft, Apple, IBM, they did not take 3 months to get to 100,000 Rand a month. They were all started in the 70s. 40, 50 years later, they are what they are. We cannot expect to earn quickly. Then the second response I get is that this is just marketing. Nobody's ever got, I've seen this before. It's one of those S words. Nobody ever earns that. Well, good news, we've already got people earning that. So it's already been proven. Awesome, okay? But let's look at it on the ground. We like looking at it on the ground. Here's a chap, Denzil Carson. He's here tonight. These are not top earners. They're just people we've picked for this month. We change them every month. Here's Denzil, okay? So there's nothing special about Denzil. Hey, Denzil, there's nothing special about you at all. In fact, he's probably more useless than you. You're better than him. You're better than him. Okay? He joined us in August last year. He sat there with that squint. You can see the line from the squint there. You see the line? He sat there with that squint like this at me the whole night. Oh, I know better. This is one of those things my parents warned me about. Okay? But he joined and he followed a couple of our wealth engineers. And in February this year, he said, sure, but I also want to start earning something here. I'm watching everybody else do it. And so he started. February, March, April, 3 months, 2,300 Rand a month. I said 6 months to 2,500 Rand a month, didn't I? 6 months, okay. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. What would it feel like to have an extra 10,000 Rand a month right now? Not 100, not 1,000,000, just 10,000 Rand more a month. Huh? Now they're warming up, Jane. That's it, I had to get to the money. Huh? Woohoo! The money. All right, now we're talking the right language. 10,000 Rand. Okay, what about 5,000 Rand a month? What if you're completely useless? Maybe you are worse than Denzil. And 15 years down, the best you've done at Dewpoint is an extra 5 grand every month. 60,000 Rand a year. How's your life changed? Has it not changed already with 5 grand a month? Imagine if everybody in South Africa got an extra 5,000 Rand a month. How different would our economy be? Folks, that's what we're doing here at Dewpoint. We got Cabella, Eastern Cape. She doesn't get to put people in this room. It's too far away. Built it using all of our remote tools. Here for a year, also massively skeptical, followed one of our big wealth engineer couples, saw them change their life in 12 months and said, I want in. I want in, I'm starting. Also started building in February, March, April, 3,000 bucks. May 4, June 11. She doesn't have to go, I wonder what it would be like to have an extra 10,000 Rand a month. She's already there. What's 6 months for you right now? What's 6 months? It's Christmas. It's January. January next year, you start with a 10,000 Rand raise. You haven't quit your job. That'd be ridiculous. But you got a 10,000 raise that you controlled. You controlled. Here's So-So. Cosmo City, up here in Gauteng, dead serious on changing her future. Started a year ago, and in 11 months, built a 20,000 Rand a month asset. 11 months. I said it would take 2 years to get to 27,000 Rand. I said in a year, you can reasonably expect to be earning 9 to 10,000 Rand. 20,000 in 11 months. 240. She's not our top earner. It's not like, oh, you picked your top 3. No. No. Go to our YouTube channel and see all the testimonies. I mean, it's not all of them, but there must be 50, 60 testimonies there now of different people. Some earning 700 Rand a month. Some earning 5,000 Rand a month. Some earning 85,000 Rand a month. They're all there using Dewpoint. They're all changed that. It's their tool. They're independent, and they go for it as fast as they can or want to in changing their future. It's there. Go for it and look at it. Go to our channel. Get comfortable with it. Now, that's the first way you earn with the Dewpoint system. The second way you earn with our system is through our XP Rewards program. The XP Rewards program is our training program. It's how we take you and train you from beginner to expert wealth engineer. It goes through a process of steps. As you complete the steps, we give you XP points. XP points are worthless. So for my Facebookers who like going 1 XP equals 1 Rand, nonsense. It's not worth anything. It is simply a measure of your experience with us. It's how we know how you're progressing through our training program. And as you progress through the training program, naturally, as it's designed, your channel starts growing. And where you meet the XP requirement, your experience requirement, and your channel size, we start to reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. You need the cash. A little bit of cash. This is in addition to the returns we were just talking about, okay? Get a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more experience, your channel gets a little bit bigger, well, so does the cash. Then we start to give you tools that we know, through years of experience, accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5 in our training program, you get a USB lightning memory stick imported from the USA, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, has our presentations, downloads, testimonies, tools, all on it for you to talk to someone about Dewpoint anywhere, anytime. Then, at rank 7, we give you your own set of imported, gold-gilded, custom-printed business cards worth 12,500 Rand. That's a proper set of business cards. You will find a set in the glass cabinet if you'd like to see what a 12,500 Rand set of business cards looks like. When you give people business cards that look like Ferrari keys, they want to know what you do, and your channel grows. Then at rank 9, for those of you who can persist past 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and can get to rank 9, okay? So don't get too excited now. This is not for you. You're all rank 0. This is rank 9, okay? At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Okay. Every rank 9. Not the first 5, not my favorite 5. Every rank 9 will come away with us. We got 5 months until we go. We're going in December. So when we go, there's still time for all of you to make it. You just have to decide to do it. Not all of you are going to make it, though. That I know. You know, so people say, Brennan, but these businesses, they come and go. Why must I commit my time and effort to it? Okay, that's good. What I said to the guys about that is I've paid for the rooms and the tickets already here. Okay, for those that we're already anticipating are going to come. So if Dewpoint falls to pieces by the end of this year and it's gone, they can lie and commiserate with me on the beach. I'm just trying to tell you what your worst case scenario is. There's your worst case scenario. Okay. Folks, for those of you who want to come, and for those of you who won't come, here is footage of the exact hotel we're going to. All right, now, there's a whole troop of people coming with us already this year. We can't even fit them all on the slide. And we've got new people going rank 9 every month at Dewpoint. You'll see them in our Movers and Shakers report once a month. Any one of you can achieve it. You just have to decide to do it. And it's a decision you have to make in spite of what other people tell you and in spite of yourselves some days. You'll have to get up and make that decision. But this can be yours. And it's every year. It's every year that you maintain your channel size. You come with. Folks, at rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not given to you and taken away. It's not rented to you. You don't finance it through us. It's your car. Because it is our hope and intention that you will use it to build your freedom here at Dewpoint. So people often ask me the question, apologies. We also have, as part of our training program, folks, what we call wealth quests. They run each month, from the first day to the last day of the month. And they're designed to be achieved in that time. So any one of you, rank 0 or rank 9, can achieve it. And where you complete the criteria of these wealth quests, you're rewarded with tools we know will help you. So in some months, it's your own iPad, your own iPhone, cash, data and Wi-Fi routers, smart TVs, all sorts of tools. You can set up a whole toolkit through these wealth quests. This month's wealth quest is the quest for quality. We are driving people to put the right people in their channels. When you put somebody in who cannot pay for their product, when you put somebody in who generally doesn't do anything about anything, they're not going to build your channel for you. We want you to put the right people in your channel this month. And so what we've done is we have a measure of quality in our system called our Business Performance Quotient, or BPQ. It calculates who's paid and who hasn't paid in your channel. And we're saying that this month, if you can put 2 new people on your first point, get them qualified in the month, and have 100% payment by the end of the month, there's 5,000 rands worth of cash in it for you, and 2,000 XP. If you want more details, go to our website, and you're going to find them all there. So, folks, people ask me, how? How do you afford to do this? Remember I said maths is the speciality? We still get asked the question. Well, folks, this is how it works. In the traditional space, we do direct marketing to you. We run TV adverts, radio adverts, billboards, SMSs, everything we can, we chuck at you, hoping that you will respond to us and connect with us. Well, that costs us hundreds of millions a month as an industry. What do we do to pay for that? We reverse it into your product payments, your funeral cover, your car cover, your banking fees. 35 to 50% of it is next month's marketing cost. That's just exactly how we do it. Now, we've done exactly the same thing here at Dewpoint. The only difference is we don't market. Not ever are you going to see an advert of ours. You're not going to see us on TV. You're not going to hear us on the radio. Never are you going to see an advert. Because we use you. We use you to connect people to us. And as a result, all of that money I would have paid to DSTV and SABC is now available to you in your channel. That's simply how we do it. You can talk to me about it in a few minutes if you want some more detail about it. Guys, we have 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of into your channels that you create for us. We do it, remember, not you. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Now, you've got to stick with me. We're only going to do products for 2 minutes, okay? Because as wealth engineers, that's not your baby. That's my baby, okay? Yours is the connection of people to us. Now, stick with me. The names can be a bit confusing. First one is Access Wealth. How we get you to start accessing wealth. Okay? It's 299 Rand a month, and for that 299 Rand, you get your very own tax-free investment account. It's yours. We take 100 Rand of the 299 and we stick it in your investment account. There's no notice period, no restriction period, no maturity period on this investment account. The money is immediately available to you, which means the actual cost is only 199 Rand a month, because the other 100 Rand's in the account available for you. Then, for the other 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said, you're a wealth engineer. Then, our second product, our Wealth Guard. How do we now guard your wealth? 274 Rand a month. You get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. 1.1 million for 274 Rand a month. No maximum age limits. No medical examinations or declarations. No deferred benefit or waiting periods. One premium. And you're under cover with personal accident cover of 1.1 million Rand. And then our third product, our non-insurance, non-financial product, our Wealth Points Buyers Club, allows you for 274 Rand a month to become a member of our Buyers Club, where we as a corporate, a nearly 65-year-old corporate, have gone out to a list of suppliers, the ones you're already spending money at, and negotiated corporate rates discounts, prices, account managers. And you, as a member of this club, can now use those discounts, those vouchers, those account managers to make your monthly spends that much more efficient. Pay less to get more. That is what our program does. And we've tackled the ones you need and use to help you do it for $274. Now, this is a good evening for many reasons, but mainly, well, not mainly, but for one of the special reasons is that we're announcing tonight the go live of a brand new supplier in our Wealth Points program. Right up until now, we had lots of people say to us, oh, data costs so much money, data. I say, stop eating fast food and drinking alcohol. You've got plenty of money for data. Nonetheless, people want to fight me on it. So we went out and we have solved this problem for you. We went and we found a company called Alwayson. They're part of the Dimension Data Group. And we went and negotiated discount. Look at the discount we've negotiated, okay? Just tell me if you as an individual can negotiate like this. 1 gig of data on their public Wi-Fi system around the country is 90 Rand a month with Alwayson. As Wealth Point Wealth Engineers, you get to buy it at 36 Rand 48 a month. So how much are you paying per gig with your cell phone company? 174 Rand, 150 Rand a gig, 36 Rand 48. Now, this is not on your cell phone in the sense that it's not like 4G, 3G. This is on your phone, but in their Wi-Fi hotspots. They've got 2,500 Wi-Fi hotspots around the country. You download the app, you say, where's the closest one to me? It finds it, it tells you what direction and how far you have to walk. And then you go there, it automatically connects you to their Wi-Fi hotspot, and if you've got one of our data packages, bang, you're live. You can stream, you can surf, you can do everything you want. They use fiber Wi-Fi hotspots. Some of them are super fibers. So I know, like, if you go to Sandton City, just as an example, Sandton City, 100 megabits per second connection on your cell phone with it. That's going to burn up your data like crazy. Okay? Now look here, 159 Rand, this is what you're paying at the moment for 1 gig, 5 gigs. I don't ever want to hear the data story again. I just drew a line through it. Now, you have to be a Wealth Points Buyers Club member to get this discount. If you don't have that product, well, and then you come here. All right, now, fantastic. The email is going out to you. How do you get it? How do I add it? Da, 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 da. It's all in the email this evening. It's going out, I think, at about 7:45 tonight. It'll give you all the steps on how to redeem. And, of course, it's on our website. It's there right now. Go to our website. The public page will tell you about it. If you log in as a wealth engineer, it shows you how to redeem. How to get these packages onto your product. This is what we do. That's one supplier in our Wealth Points Club. One. We've got streams of them that we've discounted and negotiated like this. That $274 a month just been paid for in just data discounts. That's what it is. Okay, fantastic. That's go live from tomorrow morning. You can start connecting with client service if you want to get that data on your phone. All right, folks, as a wealth engineer here at Dewpoint, you get the entire support of the system and the people here. The wealth engineers, the executive and management teams are available to all wealth engineers from Monday to Saturday. You can book us to meet with you and your channels, strategize with you, goal set, train, everything you need. You don't have to be scared. We're here to actually help you at no cost to you. Then you can use our facilities Monday to Saturday, no cost to you. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi and tea and coffee. Monday to Saturday, available for you to build your channels, no cost to you. We give you state-of-the-art technology that we develop and maintain for you at no cost. And then, folks, you have a nationwide footprint. You can build Dewpoint anywhere in the country because we stream everything across the country every day. All of that is what you get in the Dewpoint system. So, folks, start giving me some hell. Ask the questions that are on your lips right now. Those of you who have been sitting like this the whole night, here's your chance. I'm going to start by answering a couple of the common ones to give you time to send in any questions that you might have. Remember, it's questions@dewpoint.net. You can email them there, or you can tweet them to #Dewpoint3rd if you've got any questions. I've got a whole bunch already, so I'm going to start working through those particular categories of questions tonight. But let's start quickly with 3 simple ones. Ooh, that one comes up every night. This sounds like a pyramid scheme. All right, now, I say this in all humility. I'm not trying to insult anyone. Generally, when someone says that, they have no idea what a pyramid scheme is. Generally. I would reckon that if I came to any of you and I said, define what a pyramid scheme was, you wouldn't be able to do it. It is, in fact, defined in law. It is always illegal to run a pyramid scheme. You are not allowed to do one. I've had someone say to me, Brendan, I didn't say you were an illegal pyramid scheme. I just said you were a pyramid scheme. You cannot be a pyramid scheme. It is illegal. It is defined. Basically, a pyramid scheme, folks, is where I come to you and I say, give me your money. You might have noticed this evening I have not made that statement. What have I said instead? That there is no cost in being a wealth engineer. That's what I've said. What you purchase from Dewpoint is a genuine, contracted financial service product. That's what you get. That's a real thing. You can't go to BMW and tell them they're a pyramid scheme. Because when you give them their money, they give you a BMW. When you give Dewpoint your money, we do not charge you for being a wealth engineer. We give you a genuine financial service from a genuine insurance company. That immediately makes us not a pyramid scheme. Okay, so that one, scratch off your list. Unfortunately, we are not one. We never will be one. Okay. The second question that comes up quite a lot is, I'm not good at selling. That's the default defense. Oh, no, I'm not good at selling. But you're a car salesman. Yeah, no, but I'm no good. Okay. I'm going to cross that one off your list. Why? You never form any part of the sales transaction at Dewpoint. I've got a good friend of mine who keeps telling me, I can't do it. I'm no good with people. I'm like, nonsense. You work with people all day long. It's not about what kind of personality you are. You have to recognize that tonight. Whether you're outgoing or introverted, in these halls, you will meet them all. You will meet them all. It does not require a specific skill or personality type to connect people to Dewpoint. It requires the ability to click a mouse button or to tap a screen. I think looking out here, most of you should be able to do that. Your personality types will allow you to tap that screen. Okay? That's what it requires, because that's all you do to connect people to Dewpoint is you tap a screen or you click a mouse button. That's what you do. So do not tell the person who brought you here this evening, I am no good at selling, I don't want to do it. Scratch that one off your list. You're just going to insult them after that because they now know it's a lie. Okay? It's not about your personality type. Then the second thing is these things don't work. All right? Love that one. Love that one. Unbelievable. Okay, I am in the privileged position where my father was the founder of Clientele Life. Anybody not heard of Clientele Life around here? Okay, it's like one person. Good. So 140 out of 141 of you know Clientele. Clientele, people think, was grown on TV adverts. Do you remember that? From one Ron today. I used to like, Dad, I have friends. You can't run that advert anymore. It's no good for my social life. All right. You know, that's what people, when you think clientele, you think of their TV adverts, you think about all of that. That makes up less than 10% of the book that Clientele has. Now, a couple of stats about Clientele. Clientele is the most profitable insurance company in the history of South Africa. Okay? Not the biggest, the most profitable. They have millions of policyholders. Okay? 10% of which were put on the books by TV adverts. Where did the rest come from? The IFA. Eh? Network marketing, direct selling. This stuff never works. It just never works. We spoke to the CEO there a while ago. He said about 56 of their guys that have worked there have become directors and executives in the insurance industry as a result of the work that they did through this. Started off as guys on the street and are now executives and directors in the insurance industry as a result of what they did through direct selling and network marketing. Folks, if you say this stuff doesn't work, it means you do not know. You go look around the world. Massive organizations that have built their entire industry off of direct selling and multi-level marketing. That's what this says, folks. It works, but only where you persist. Your payment, time. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sow in, and you're going to reap what you sow in. And if you sow in 3 months, you're going to reap 3 months. That's it. But if you can sow in 10 years, imagine what you can reap. Do not believe for a minute these things don't work. They work when you do them properly. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to ensure that you do it properly. We want as many people to succeed as possible. It will not be our system that fails you. It will not. You will walk away and tell other people, yeah, I did Dewpoint, it doesn't work. What the statement should have been is, yeah, I did Dewpoint, but I couldn't work. That's what it's going to be. No. It's going to be you that are the problem. It's the only thing I can't fix at Dewpoint is you. So, and you will be the person who stops this from working. You will be the one that goes out like this on the typewriter to change the future, or you will stick with the masses saying, These things don't work. All right, those are the common ones. So if they were on your list this evening in your head, cross them off. Don't talk to your lead wealth engineer, the person who brought you here this evening about it. They'll just be embarrassed. Now, we got some questions. How come, Brendan, we can't use Facebook to advertise and market? I got a genuine question, a long email written to me. Brendan, I want you to reconsider it. How come I can't advertise on Facebook? I work from home. I've got people all over the country. I can't reach them unless I'm allowed to do it on Facebook. All right, well, there's a couple of things. First of all, you don't advertise or market for Dewpoint. That was the thing we told you don't have to do. What are you going to do? Just connect people to us. That's your one task. The second thing, more importantly, is that generally you do not understand the regulatory environment we work in. I'm not insulting you. There are 138 pieces of legislation that govern my business. You might know 2 of them. I have to know all 138. You don't know. These pages here, genuine. Dewpoint Insurance Company, Dewpoint, Mannix. I don't know what that is. Dewpoint Insurance Company, Dewpoint. There's 5 laws broken there already. There's 5 laws that have been broken there already. You are now a criminal. Okay? You're a criminal for putting that up. Okay? You cannot at any stage purport to be an insurance company. There's this wonderful one that came up this afternoon. Dewpoint, some guy's face, it says Dew, some guy's face point. That's what it says there, you know. And underneath, so one of our wealth engineers wrote in and said, "You are not Dewpoint, take this page down." He says, "Yes, I am Dewpoint." What? Like, this is what's going on. Guys, there are so many regulations. You are not allowed to participate in the financial services industry. You are not. If you want to participate, you have to have NQF level 5 education. You have to have passed regulatory exams. You need to be listed and paid for on the license of a licensed insurance company. Okay? You have to have a minimum amount of experience. You just cannot get into this industry. And this is in this industry. Dewpoint Insurance Company. What? You are not in Dewpoint Insurance Company. You cannot do it. Now, that's the most important thing. Understanding that the regulator will kill you and us because of that. Okay? They will just end this whole party. Because you cannot. You do not know the 138 pieces of legislation that govern this business. You don't. And so you cannot advertise. We removed it from you. We said, don't worry about it. We'll worry about it. We'll worry about it. You just connect people to us. We'll worry about all of this for you. Okay. And then thirdly, the practical reason why you can't do it. You will never build a successful channel on Facebook. I don't care how passionate you are. I don't care about you telling me your circumstances. I can't drive. I can't this. I can't that. I'm telling you now, from years of experience, and I've been doing this since a teenager, you will never build a successful channel on Facebook. People are not going to come to you on Facebook and go, "This is awesome. I'm going to commit my life to it and change yours by building a huge channel for you." They're not. Facebook is where you engage with individuals. You go, "Look at how this is. I got 5,000 Rand from Dewpoint this month. That's incredible. My life is already changing." Then people come to you and go, "Wow, okay, that's quite interesting. Tell me more about Dewpoint." And your channel grows. This nonsense never ever works. Engage with people on your personal Facebook pages. Do not purport to be Facebook. First of all, we're going to shut you down. Copyright infringement 101. Okay? Second of all, the regulator is going to come and find you and chuck you in jail. He will find you and chuck you in jail. Okay? And thirdly, it doesn't work, guys. I know you want to fight me on this, but it does not work. Social media is not for building channels. You meet face to face, which means telephone, and physical. That's how you meet with people. Ask our biggest guys. Our biggest guys don't have Facebook pages. They're earning 100 times more than these guys with Facebook pages. How do they do it? Face to face, telephone, channels all over the country. Our tools help you to do it as well. This is critical. Critical. Now, that was the first category. It was the biggest one. I wanted to tackle with you. I don't want any more Facebook infringers. We are going to shut you down. We actually suspend you in our system. It's not worth it, okay? It's not worth it. Stick to the easy stuff. Connect people to Dewpoint. All right, here's another one. It comes up quite often, and I had a couple of questions like this. So the category is, what happens? I put people in my channel. They go, they grow, they put 5, 10, 15 people in. Everybody's earning money. Then that guy doesn't pay. He lapses. He stops paying. He cancels. He disappears. Well, no, what happens? What happens to my earnings? What happens to his earnings? What happens to everybody in the channel? Okay, a couple of things. First of all, this is not a pyramid scheme, okay? Okay, so it's not like, this chain is now broken and now you don't earn and da-da-da. If you go and watch our training videos on how you'll earn, you will understand that you are responsible for opening points in your channel. Once those points are open in your channel, whether some guy pays or not is really neither here nor there. You earn on all payments. If he stops paying, well, great. You don't get that payment for him. But if you've opened your channel up, you earn on all the other guys. It doesn't matter what's happening with him. Now people say, but now what happens when he comes back? He comes back in that spot. It's very strict. You go into our code of conduct. If anybody moves, we don't allow it unless you've got written permission from everybody who's affected by that move. Good luck with that. We don't move people. Once you're in, you're in. This is to protect all the fraudsters and all of this other nonsense. It's in there. So you can relax and not worry about that. Okay. All right. Now, I get a lot of questions like, what does first point mean? What does qualified wealth engineer mean? What does XP mean? What does all that? Guys, I'm not going to go into all of that tonight. We have training videos for this. We have training videos. I must have repeated that sentence about 1 million times in the last 2 years. And every time I say we've got training videos, everybody looks away. They're like, no, I want you to give me the 5-minute explanation of the entire Dewpoint system. Guys, that's not how it's worked. I'm going to do something very special for you this evening. I'm going to reveal for you our very secret and hidden website, Dewpoint.net. I'm going to reveal it for you. Okay? This is a first. I want you all watching very closely as we go to this very secret, very, very secret website. Do you see it up at the top there, guys? Dewpoint.net, okay? That's our secret address. All right? So if you can go and to your website. Now, you see already, I'm already losing some of you. Like, I don't go to the internet. Guys! This is Dewpoint. Everything is online. Your app is a tool you use to connect people to us. The website is where Dewpoint is. This is where we are. This is us here. Not on the app. The app is not Dewpoint. The app is just a tool that plugs you into Dewpoint. All right. I want you, if you haven't ever been there before, which I think lots of you haven't, tonight is your night. www.dewpoint.net, you're there. Bang, that's what it looks like. People say to me, Brendan, I've been to your website, but I don't know how to become a wealth engineer. What do I do? Can anyone see on that page how you become a wealth engineer? It's in blue. There's nothing else on the page in blue. It's there. Apply now. I made it in blue. Okay? I can't help you if you can't see that. I can't help you. Okay. Website. Now, why do I want you to go here? Because the app doesn't have everything on it. So people say, Brendan, I don't understand the wealth quest. And I go, have you been to the website? What's a website? You need to live here as wealth engineers. Let me show you now. All right. So what do you do as a wealth engineer? Okay. You can do a few things. Look here. You can see what the public can see. Products, wealth points. Look there. Always on has just been added. How do you like that? Okay, we push there. Look, it says, do you want to read more about Always On? Yes, look here. Everything you need to know, prices, packages. Instead of calling client service and saying, how much is the 3 gigs again? How much? Just go to the website. It was 2 clicks. 2 clicks and you're there, okay? Then I get the other one. Brendan, what suppliers have you got? I don't know. What's that? Here's the list. There's the list of suppliers. Go there and look. There's the Entertainer, Eagle Ford, Altitude Travel, Hersha, ShopRite Checkers. I got an email saying, Brendan, ShopRite Checkers, where is it? How does it work? It's in the website. Okay, good. All right, so you got that now. Okay, now we want to work out how we get to the training videos. The statement I've said to you go to login. You see login at the top? That's you. You're special. You're a wealth engineer. You've got login details. It's your W number and your ID number. All right? Login. Okay? You're welcome to your dashboard. The web version, the detailed version, similar to what's on your app, okay? I see some people are going, no ways. No ways. Oh, my word, guys. Oh, my word. Website, okay. Now, this thing here, channel. The channel is everything you need to know. My channel, it's there in front of you. Your live feed. Here's the one I want you spending your life on, development. Development. Look here. Specials, the basic series. Very soon we're getting a getting started section coming. You push the plus. I think some of you have been here and said, what? Specials in the back? What now? Okay, guys. Plus sign. You see the plus sign? Oh, no ways. No ways. Look at that. All right. Very first training video. Returns and rewards. What do we do in returns and rewards? What does the first point mean? It's in there. What does it mean to be qualified? It's in there. What does XP mean and how does it work for me? It's in there. How do I rank up, Brendan? That was one of the questions I got. How do I rank up? It's in there. It's right there. Watch the training. And you know what? I'll give you 250 XP for every video that you watch. Look there. 250 XP. Once you've watched it, it goes blank and it's allocated to your account in our XP rewards. How do you rank up? You get XP. There it is. All right. Wealth Engineer Dashboard. I don't understand how my app works. Fantastic. There's the video that shows you how your app works. There it is right there. Okay. First 30 days at Dewpoint. I have no idea how to start. I don't even know how to start at Dewpoint. How awesome is that? We gave you a video on it. Your first 30 days at Dewpoint. There it is. Okay. And for each one you watch, I'm going to give you 250. Look at how many training videos there are. Do you think you're going to have any questions left once you've watched this many training videos? Okay. You've got to start using the tools, guys. Don't ask me questions like, what is the first point and how do I get qualified? And then just to make your life even more interesting, the founder of Clientele Life talks to us about why the 10 most common objections to this business is hogwash. Right there. Talk to the guy who did it. Okay? He's right there. Fast starter guides for you. How to invite people to Dewpoint. We got a whole panel of experts in and made a video to teach you how. And I'll give you 250 XP for everyone you want to watch. And then, Brendan, how do I use Always On? Here's a video. Shows you how to get the app to work. How do I get this thing to work on my phone? There it is. The Entertainer. Also, there's a video. Shows you everything you need to know. All right, excellent. So that's the question. I don't want any more questions about first point and that point and the next point. It's all there, okay? All right. Yes, there we go. Wealth Points Buyers Club. Now that you've logged in, okay? Again, you'll see products are still there. You go to Wealth Points. Okay, now you pick, say, Always On, for instance. There's Always On. Read more. And now you'll find at the bottom of each one there's an extra section. In this one, how to activate and use. People are always saying, how do I use Wealth Points? Well, you start by going to the website, okay? And then for each supplier, look there, that's for Always On. Let's go back a bit, back. All right, let's go to the Entertainer. How does the Entertainer work? It shows you at the bottom how to redeem. All right, we go back to the next one. Yeah, you see in the front here. No ways. Okay, we go down here. Checkers, Hershey's. How do I use Checkers and ShopRite and vouchers? How to redeem. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Look, I can see it on all your faces. Jane, look at what we've done. We've opened up Pandora's box. There is a website, and it shows you how to do it. Guys, this was here when we launched this division. On that day, this was here. And we told you about it too. What do I always say? Dewpoint.net. Go to Dewpoint.net, click apply. And no, you think Dewpoint is an app on your phone. The app is just the tool. Here is Dewpoint. Start using the website, guys. It's all here for you. So, when can I start using it? How do I redeem? Okay, there's the how do I redeem. When do you use Wealth Points? People get confused. They think it's like 6 months and then you can use it. No, after your first payment, you can start using it. You want to buy 500 Rands worth of Checkers vouchers at our discounted rates? You pay your first premium, you put 500 Rand in the account. The ladies at client service will show you how to do it. There's the instructions. We send to your phone a code with your discounted price, your vouchers, you go shopping after your first one. First payment as a member, and you start using it. Okay? And you're on board. All right. How much we got for time? A little bit more. Let's take a look here. Another good question. People say to me, Brendan, you say we can hand this over to our children. How does that actually work? What happens? Okay, it's very easy. If you've got children that are under the age of 18, we pay them the earnings, okay, until they're 18. At 18, they can then choose to take over the channel. If they choose to take over the channel and grow it further, they simply become a registered wealth engineer in our system. We just hand the channel over to them. It could not be simpler than that. That's it, okay? So it's not really complicated, but that's how we do it. We've actually already done a few sales and transfers in that very manner, okay? Is Dewpoint in other countries? Unfortunately not. We're working on it. We are, but it's not. You can have foreign nationals who live in South Africa, who have a South African bank account and are going to grow in South Africa. They can become wealth engineers, no problem. But you cannot build in Botswana, build in Lesotho, build in Swaziland. You can't. We're not there. We don't have jurisdiction. We don't have the regulatory rights to do so. Okay, that's a good one, and I think people ask that one quite often. How do you explain to people, this was a great one, I actually copied this one word for word down because I thought it was good. How do you explain to people that this is a different insurance? Because the minute you say insurance, they say insurance has eaten their money and they're tired of insurance. All right. Geez, so many topics to talk about in that one sentence. First of all, wealth engineers. What's your task? Connect people. Do you connect people to Dewpoint by selling them our products? No. Why are you talking about insurance? At Dewpoint, we do one thing. What's our primary objective? What's the passionate thing we're about? Putting the tool that creates the income in the hands of South Africans. Why are you talking to them about our products? Why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. You go to somebody. You are now, in inverted commas, selling the most desired commodity in the country right now. Income. Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it. How awesome is that? It's like when the Apple iPhone came out, you're now selling the Apple iPhone. Everybody wants one. Everybody wants what Dewpoint's got. Income. You don't ever talk to people about insurance. That's not what this is. This is about changing the economics of individuals. That's what we want to do here. But you sit down and you say, shut up about insurance. Watch this video. Click. That's what you do. That's how you connect individuals. You don't talk about our products or insurance to them. Never, ever. We contract you out of doing that. Okay? And then they say, insurance ate my money. And okay, that's talking against people who don't understand. They don't understand. Okay? Insurance covers you for specified risks. Our products cover you for personal accident cover. It means if you die from an accident, which you are most likely to do if you are between the ages of 2 and 65. Okay? No, I'm going to die from illness. No, you're 28, you're not going to die from illness. Someone's going to run you over. That's what's going to happen. You don't have to believe me, go look it up. Okay? If you die from an accident, we pay your beneficiaries. Now, if you have a car accident, are we going to pay your beneficiaries? No, I mean, if you dent your car, you live. You smash your car up. Am I going to pay your beneficiaries? No, insurance eats my money. I know this. I've been doing it for 20 years. I know what it's like. We get the most amazing, amazing claims. Some guy is driving 286 kilometers an hour, drunk out of his mind, crashes his car, and then, of course, his claim is repudiated, and he goes, this is unfair. You ate my money. You were drunk, and you were breaking the law. In your insurance policy, it says, if you are drunk and breaking the law, we don't pay you. Understand what you are covered for. Do not think insurance covers you for everything. It covers you for specified risks, and those risks are priced. $299, $274. You know what you're covered for. Don't cry if something else happens. If you want insurance for that, go and get it. You can get insurance for everything. If you want that risk covered, go. Sometimes it's super expensive. How come my mom, who's dying from cancer, cannot get medical aid? Because it costs 100,000 Rand a month, which means her premium would be 100,000 Rand a month. Nobody's going to buy 100,000 Rand a month premium, so they don't sell that cover. Do you see what I'm saying? It's maths. Insurance is just maths at the end of the day. All right, good. I'm going to move on. Those were a couple of the most common questions. If you've got any more, come and talk to us afterwards. Okay? But those were some of the key ones that we got through the course of the day and tonight in the groups. Guys, it's decision time. As I said, you've got more questions, come and ask us. But I think that, and my hope is, that we've demonstrated to you that this is not something that's going to pull you out of one life and put you into another where you have to do something completely different. No, this is an exercise in us putting something else in your hands and saying, carry on with what you're doing. That's fine. But now have a tool that can change your future. You decide what you want. Low risk, low cost, high time. Take it, change your future. That's what we're asking with the Dewpoint system. If you decide to become a wealth engineer this evening, super easy. Connect with your tablet or your smartphone to our Wi-Fi system and go to our secret website, dewpoint.net. Once you're on our secret website, click the apply button in blue at the bottom. Fill out the application form, and in 5 minutes, you're a wealth engineer. No money will have passed from your hands, none at all, and you're a wealth engineer, and your life starts with this tool in your hands. Folks, set a goal, set a plan, work to that goal and plan, and you can change everything about your future. We have all the tools available for you. If you want our USB stick with my presentation on, go and get it. Then you're ready. Data or no data, you can be doing it. If you know that your phone runs out of power all the time, get a power bank. And it's great. It's got Dewpoint written on it. You can be talking to people. Where'd you get that power bank from? Dewpoint. Who's Dewpoint? Conversation starting. We've got plenty caps. We've got business cards you can get, not 12,500 rand, much more affordable set that you can get for yourself. We've got everything that you need available for you. You can order it at info@dewpoint.net, or you can get it at the counter here with us. If you're a wealth engineer, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's your number one resource. It's your number one resource. Make sure you subscribe so you know when we are using it. Going live, adding videos. You want to know that. Then download our free app. Free app onto your phone. It's that tool. It's not Dewpoint. It's the tool, but it plugs you into your channel in real time. You get to see what's going on. You got your policy documents there, product documents there, tools, training, everything on that app. Go use it. Go and use it with us. And then, folks, if you are in the area and you do want to come to our presentations on a regular basis, make sure you book. Click on the events tab, put your name in, just yours, so that they don't stop you at the gate. Welcome to South Africa. That's security. Unfortunately, we need your name on a list if you're going to come in. Okay? Make sure it's there, then you won't get turned away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very serious about what we're doing here. I told you, we get really cross with people who don't take our passion seriously. We are not here to peddle goods. We are here to change the economies of individuals in South Africa. Nobody else is coming to rescue us, guys. No one. They talk about revolutions and blah, blah, blah. The only revolution we're going to have is one on the ground amongst us. We've got to do it. And tonight we've created what we believe is a tool that can do that for you. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. We had to answer them. We had to. Come and ask us, and then get cracking in changing your future. Get cracking. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you outside, and thanks to all of you who watched us live tonight.